بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Nowadays a lot of informations and beliefs are spread in this society and came to the homes of the Muslims with the phones, social media, television and so on. And one of these beliefs is humanism. Yeah? That we see the rights of the humans on top of everything. So if someone is taking the rights of a human, it's like the worst thing you can do in this life. Is this a belief that contradicts the Islam, or is it on line with Islam? No, it is not. A Muslim, the highest rights for a Muslim are the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal. The highest rights are the rights of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So when the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked Mu'adh, said to him, Ya Mu'adh, atadri ma haqqullahi ala al-ibad? Ya Mu'adh, do you know what's the right of Allah upon His servants? He said, Allah wa Rasuluhu a'lam. Then the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, أن يعبدوه ولا يشركوا به شيئا, that the people worship Allah Azza wa Jal and don't worship beside Him someone else. This is the highest right. طيب. So the Muslim have to think like this. We have rights, different rights. We have the rights of Allah, the rights of maybe of the parents. Everyone has rights, but these rights are categorized. So on top, and there's nothing that's on top or beside than the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal. The Muslim has to think like this. The rights of Allah, the Islam, and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam are on top. The rights of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. طيب. Nowadays, because of humanism, the du'at, the people who are calling to Allah, who want to call to Allah, they are influenced, affected by this belief. Now someone can think how this belief is contradicting Islam in his usus, in his usul. How can someone be influenced by this? I will tell you. Nowadays, when you look at the durus about Aqidah or the podcast or something like this, you will never ever find a question like are the Khawarij from Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah? Are Takfiris from Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah or not? You will not find this question. You will not find it. It's like we have an ijma' upon that the Khawarij are the worst people ever. The worst belief that's in Islam. Like in Da'iratul Islam. Like from the people who are still Muslimin. طيب, is this really what the Salaf said, and is this on the methodology of the Salaf or not? No, it isn't. But why are the people are saying this? And you see this argumentation always. When they talk about Khawarij, they say Khawarij, they do takfir on kaba'ir, on major sins, and Khawarij, they kill people and they do this. طيب, all the things they are saying, they have connection with the rights of the human, not with the rights of Allah at first. They have also, but the major connection or the major thing why people are hating the Khawarij so much, or not Khawarij, they call them Khawarij and they call them Takfiris. طيب. What's the arguing every time? It's they're killing people, they do takfir on people. And so if I do takfir on someone, then they say, okay, طيب, then he say his blood and his money and so on is halal. So he will take the rights of the people. What is the ishkal now? What is the problem now? The problem is that we changed our priorities. Because when we say the first thing, the top of the rights are the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal, then we have to judge the people on this priorities, on this thing. Yeah. So if we have a group that take the rights of the humans, and we have a group that takes the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal, what of these two groups, which of these two groups are worse? The ones who take the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal. Why? Because the rights of Allah are on top. It's not like, okay, type this other group and we have no problem with them. No, we have a problem. But we have to know and to understand that we cannot judge the people like we want to. And it's very, very dangerous to talk about things that were written down in the books and the Salaf talked about, but we change it because of humanism. Yeah, he will not. No one will say, "I'm humanist, طيب, but I'm Muslim." No, he will not say it. But he's influenced with this thinking. That's why I'm making this audio to say, "Ya ikhwa, you have to think about how to talk about things and how to deal with things and how to judge different groups." So we have on the one side, مثلا, as an example, the Khawarij, and on the other side we have Jahmiyyah, or Mu'tazila, or Asha'ira. Who are worse, Asha'ira or Khawarij? Ibn Taymiyyah said that the Asha'ira are worse than the Khawarij. Yeah, he said that there's no group the Salaf talked more about than the Jahmiyyah. And Ibn Taymiyyah is calling the Ash'ari Jahmiyyah. Talbis al-Jahmiyyah. He wrote against Fakhr al-Din al-Razi, not Fakhr al-Din. Fakhr A'da al-Din al-Razi. Yeah? Ibn Taymiyyah wrote this book against him. And he said, he called this book Talbis al-Jahmiyyah. So Ibn Taymiyyah is saying the Ash'ari Jahmiyyah. And why are the Jahmiyyah worse than the Khawarij? Because the Jahmiyyah, they taking the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal. And the Khawarij are taking the rights of the humans. I just want to stop here and later do another clip, inshallah. This is just a Muqadima to think about. Like, it's just the beginning, like humanism in Aqidah, humanism in Dawah. This is how it is. Nowadays, the people say that Ash'ari are Imma of the Deen, and without them, we didn't have this and we didn't have that. But the Khawarij, filthy people, don't understand these days. And this is very, very dangerous, because now you changed everything. You took someone who maybe like have faults in the rights of human, and said he's the baddest person, and someone who's taking the rights of Allah Azza wa Jal. In Tawheed al-Asma' wa Sifat, in Tawheed, also in Tawheed al-Uluhiyya, also in Qadar, also in many things. They have problems. You say they are Imma of the Sunnah, and they are also from Ahlul Sunnah, and this and that. So you have a problem in your thinking here. والله أعلم. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.